but now they need to win 3 straight. And you can tell, I mean, you think back to that day playing against GC Busan Wave, the Armament fans, very quiet at the beginning, but as they kept going, louder and louder the roars from the crowd. Here today, when RunAway's playing, the tickets sell out. The audience is full on either side. You're lucky to get a ticket to go see your team play. RunAway is just, you know, it's a sea of their own fans out there in the audience.
Yeah.
That could be intimidating for these guys in their first playoff appearance.
It certainly can. You know, they defeated GC Busan Wave, was also quite popular. And it was a tense match, went to the wire, game 5, you know, to see the Busan map pick come out. They will attack first here.
Fantastic series. If you guys missed that, absolutely go watch that after this.
So it looks like they will once again just attack with 3-3, similarly to how they did in the previous series when they picked this map. Very difficult to get an angle as the defender to trade up here. You have to react to the attacker. As you can see, everyone's kind of spreading on the bridge, but they will move accordingly.
Gonna push up from the side here. Nice interruption. QOQ comes into the back, now finds Myungbong. Taking him down, he's going to be cut off from the rest of his team, even if they're allowed to continue playing forward. RunAway is on the chase, moving up the staircase. Now we'll go ahead and start peeling back. Yeah. To wrap around over towards the point. But they can just leave QOQ here.
There's
deal with Myungbong.
Yeah, they are stuck in an odd spot here, WGS.
They have to come back down to try to get reconnected with an RunAway on that fire strike. QOQ away with the defense matrix. A little bit of damage there on the Mondu, but now WGS back to the beginning. As they try to go for this reapproach. QOQ still sitting in the same exact spot.
Stunned though.
Will get stunned up, but the bubble comes in from the Zarya. Goes ahead, and it does stay alive, but it cannot isolate somebody. Doesn't get a pick off this time.
This is the same style DPI used in that series with GC Busan Wave, cutting them in half. They haven't been able to get any kills yet, so WGS still holds this high ground, but it's the same style QOQ emulating that now. Good angle.
He's all on his lonesome here in the back. Very low there for Shui, but pump him up. He'll be able to do so. Rallies out for Pelican. Shui a bit further behind on trying to build that ult up. Doesn't have it yet, but they do have a Transcendence and Gangnam Jin. He goes straight in for it. Karayan will be dead. Myungbong now going to be matching. Still investing the ultimate despite losing out one of their main tank. Pelican just drag one back. Manages to find Shui, but Mondu will be exchanged now. Myungbong going to be gone. Lee Jae gone. Comes up with a double kill on the Lucio. This man has been out of control today, but it seems like he's overstepped a very little bit as Gargoyle will be able to find a kill onto him, but he'll be able to rejoin with his team. He's got the speed boost.
He was very likely trying to get past him to right-click him back towards the squad so they could get a stagger there. Doesn't end up happening, but between the crossfire with Lee Jae gone, Gangnam Jim, and QOQ is just too much damage at range here. WGS gets caught like fish in the barrel on that first attack.
Their way back in onto the point. Brian going to be holding on to the Shatter. Mag going to be dropping his, but it's right with the shield.
They have the grab.
Manages to find Lee Jae Gong. They get rid of him again. Very nice start here to the fight. Gargoyle, however, taken down, and QOQ gets a double. Karayan and
DPI though.
Both going to be gone. DPI does come back with one. Gangnam Jin now
They've got the rally.
eliminated. They're in onto the point. QOQ by himself, skirting around the top side of the path. The point here will be popped out, taken down. It seems like WGS should just about be able to go ahead and get this cap coming through as they clean up Lee Jae Gong.
Wow, what a great usage there of the grab from Gargoyle. It was in the perfect spot despite QOQ's best efforts to disrupt what they were setting up there. He still landed it where it needed to be. He knew that QOQ was gone looking for the bomb, and they were able to turn that. Also the rally commitment there for Pelican just to guarantee they're going to win that fight. They're going to have that extra armor. They still hold a little bit of that as they approach B. Not going to be a double cap here outside of a massive shatter from Karayan, but still, nice start for WGS. They can work with this time bank. They can work with this.
Yeah. Just shy of 5 minutes now. Brian starting to push forward, looking for that opportunity to drop the hammer down barrier to lead the charge here for the side of WGS. Myungbong nearly with the Transcendence. Gangnam Jin popping his. So shield will expire. Take on still a little ways away from one of his own. So right now support ult advantage over the side of WGS as they try to work their way in. They're trying to clear off this point. They start taking that one out. The barrier from Brian making a lot of damage. Grab now going to be sucking them all together. Locking them up, bomb in over the top. QOQ looking for the pick. Will be able to find Mondu. The Transcendence from Myungbong not able to save him, and DPI will get popped out of the mech. Now Mag coming back in. Drops the hammer. They find the kills. He doesn't want to overextend. Sees that he is not topped up. Knows that Gargoyle has high energy and doesn't really want to feed any additional charge over to that grab.
Lee gone with the big move there again, just making these self-destructs gain further value. Gargoyle Doing what he can here on the retreat. He will have this grab for the next fight, but 2 support ultimates to match him. They're going to have to find some way to force out these ults. Otherwise, or maybe he's just going to have to grab to force them out and hope to build another one faster than Hisu. Pretty unlikely. Not an ideal situation here for this push for WGS in terms of ults.
The way around over on the point, Gargoyle ready to go. Drops that grab straight in onto the pages. The mag has already found Pelican. Now they're looking for a little bit more. DPI does manage to get rid of Lee Jae-gung with that self-destruct. Yongbong under fire will be eliminated by Shui. Gargoyle has to exit. So grab now going to be gone. Armor gone. He is dead.
I'm just trying to use the Mega Pack to survive a little bit longer to get a little bit more ult charge. They got 1 support ultimate with that attack, but nothing else. And it's a little bit disappointing. I think DPI using the self-destruct there because that's one of their big tools they can use to try to get Gargoyle in a position to eco his way up to the last 60% of his ult that he's missing now after using that one to trade for the trance. So, you know, I think DPI thought that was going to be a grab that was going to do more, whereas the rest of WGS Armament was thinking a little bit more realistic.
Grab going to be thrown in, locks him up. Here on the corner, looking for the kills now, and yet no need for a bigger bang combo. They will just go ahead, clean sweep up on that push. Now down to 45 about on the clock here for WGS.
And you could tell that Lee Jae-gung was positioned in such a way to, if QOQ drops that bomb down, he's up on the high ground, he could drop down and get that right click. He was ready for it if they committed, but as you say, it wasn't necessary. And WGS is running out of time, and they're running out of opportunities here to trade up in these fights with a big ultimate because RunAway is lapping them, literally, at ultimates right now. Karayan is going to have to fight a big shatter here. If he can hit the supports, which is way easier said than done. It's a good opportunity that way, but otherwise, it's just another eco push that's leading them to 0 in terms of time bank.
Should be matched as far as the support ultimates are concerned very shortly here. Mondu will be getting that sound very online. Jin now has the Transcendence ready to go, but Pelican's going to be dead before Myungbong can even pull the trigger on that ultimate. Already take him down. Gargoyle getting closer to the grab, but doesn't have to hold it or use it here. They lose out on Myungbong. Now Karayan's going to be dead, so yeah, have to just wait till the next opportunity. That is going to be less and less time in the bank by the time they get gathered back up, by the time the TPI gets finished off here in this pilot form. Yeah. It's going to be a minute and a half remaining.
QQ steals the last ult charge away there. But we will see this next push from WGS Armament is very likely to be their best shot at finding value with a grab, because Gangnam Jin just uses trance. Sure, they have a sound barrier, and that can sometimes be enough to save you, but this is their chance to get 3 kills, 4 kills, and maybe get a tick or 2. Like, it has to be this one. If it's not this one, I don't think it's going to happen at all. Gangnam Jin's going to eventually get that trance, and you're never going to get value. So this is the big push. They know it. Look at how the setup is here for RunAway. Gangnam Jin just trying to get as much ult charge as he can, pokes his head out. He's got the armor
again. Gargoyle.
This is it.
For an
now or never.
Bursts his way up as far as the energy is concerned. Tries to get an angle on the QOQ, but it's denying him. Cutting it around the pillar, and the shatter from Mag just locks him up. And the hopes of WGS completing this map may have just died with the rest of that squad. PI not going to get pinned, but he'll get finished off here all the same as they body block him out of the gate. Finally breaks his way through.
Even the time that is ticking for Gangnam Jin's ultimate is terrifying right now. He's at 72%. He is the answer to WGS ever getting B if he gets that trance. And with that defense there, even though they didn't use it, they didn't use the tools they had for the fight, I mean, they're going to have to use it off the point very likely now. 20 seconds to go. Gangnam Jin just building up for that last bit. One right click will do it.
Aggressive push around the side. Didn't fall down, would have certainly been his due had he done so. 84, 85 now. Ready to go for that Transcendence. WGS have to be all in on this fight. 7 seconds remaining as they work their way in onto the point. Already taking a smattering of damage. Now the Graviton Surge is going to be locking on Myungbong. Going to be using that Transcendence. The bomb is in the back. The sound barrier stacked up. They get the QOQ. Minutes to find DPI. Can he answer back to them? The answer is going to be no. Not find much. Pelican just getting Lee Jae-gung with the only kill they've been able to find thus far. Jin keeping the rest of the team topped up with that Transcendence. The pin coming through. Matt going to be hitting the ground. Pelican gets the shield bash in, but now he's going to be dead. Karayan does manage to find one, but Hisu burns him down. Back in as Lee Jae-gung respawns, comes through, gets that sound barrier thrown in, and WGS Armament looks like this is where the road ends. They will get held off a B. No ticks, no percentage gain. 1 tick on the B now is all that separates RunAway from their second Grand Finals appearance in a row.
Back to back. It's going to have to be a very long hold, very likely a very full hold here for WGS Armament. They want to go to Busan if they want that ticket to the finals. It's going to be the first of many They will need to hold. Then, you know, look for that reverse sweep. In that last fight, you know, we saw the trances built, right? We're watching Gangnam Jin the entire time. Can he build it? Can he build it? He does. He's given so much extra time by that failed push from WGS. And it's just really easy for all the cards to fall in place after that. We see the leading grab from Hisu to make it even harder to get into position. Karayan gets that massive fire strike. I think hit like 4 people there. Then got the charge kill. And I was thinking for a second there, you know, maybe he has one of these crazy, you know, 3v6, 4v6 scenarios where he gets enough kills, does enough damage, but...
I mean, that's what we saw from him on Dorado.
Yeah.
That big shatter when they were down members, but not to happen here, not on that attack.
It's just a different caliber of team we're looking at right now for RunAway. They've already thought of everything. They've already thought of, you know, they've already got the flow chart of everything that might happen in that scenario, and they just moved away from Crying and focused him down. They didn't allow him to, you know, pop off. So,
like Doctor Strange, he's like, I see a million situations in which we lose, and there's one that they win, and they just managed to get to that one scenario.
Yeah. Well, look at this now. I mean, for the attack, we're going to see Hisu scout, I would imagine, then swap back. Translocators in the spawn, so just want to make sure nothing crazy is happening. Now, he can commit to this if they feel there's a good opportunity to pick the D.Va, because the D.Va always hides here, right? The DPI's been doing this.
They're trying to get it. It's going to be interrupted, though. DPI will be able to make it out with the snipe. Able to find that hack, and now the push forward comes in from WGS. They managed to find Shui.
Dude, WGS could not be happier with this scenario. They commit to the hack, they fail.
They have him separated too. Gangnam Jin is not in with the rest of the squad. He is pushed back by the archway.
Yeah, this is not good for him. Okay, will be able to sustain himself up, but...
Back over onto the point in the meantime.
Yeah, everyone's cut and divided into pieces. It's going to be a long reset for RunAway.
Well, DPI going to be popped out of the mech. The mag has been eliminated. QOQ still quite healthy with his Aria. Lee Jae-Gong now going to be dead as Gargoyle picks up a double. Right click's coming through. He's looking for a bit more and being able to find it.
This is probably the feeling WGS had when they beat RunAway on Route 66 so long ago. We're seeing this weird attempt here to hack DPI, which again, DPI always stays in that spot. Every D.Va is on this map right now, and he's thinking, oh, I'm going to hack him, we're going to get that pick, we're going to get the point. Now he's building for an EMP, but so much time was built there for WGS. They feel amazing about the hold so far.
Closer and closer. He's just going to get picked off.
He's losing this matchup hard to DPI. DPI is finding him, interrupting these hacks.
But the other thing is they're going to swap off the Sombra. QOQ, he's sitting on this Aria. He's got 71%. You don't really want to sacrifice that.
Yeah, you also, it's a similar thing that happens when you run D.Va-less with what we were talking about with Ela Mystic.
Yeah.
It's possible to swap, essentially. And because they're D.Va-less, Gargoyle's grab cannot be eaten. He has free reign to put it wherever he wants. And that is exactly what he does.
Everybody, the pin coming down. Lee Jae-Gong going to be eliminated. A very good find from Karayan. A bit of a toss-up as far as which member he was going to be able to get for the Lucio. Probably the most crucial one. Now Gangnam Jin's going to be down in Transcendence. And WGS, they have both support ultimates.
Exactly. That's the most important part of this for WGS. They hold armor, rally armor, and both support ultimates, because the next part of this is the EMP, right? Now he's finally got it. But if he can't hit the supports, the counter is there. He's looking for them right now. He sees them, but they're not in range. They're, especially, look at Myeonbong. He's way away.
Oh.
Revealed.
Spot him out for a moment. They identify where he's at. He's trying to dodge the bullets. Didn't hack him. That's going to be the EMP. And we're going to take him down with the armor. Hack comes through instantly. Pelican saving Myeonbong's life. Karayan, however, will still fall. He's able to follow up for that one. The shatter coming down from Mag. Locks them up. And Pelican will also drop. Two-man advantage now to the side of RunAway as the sound barrier comes in from WGS. They're desperately trying to hold on. Bomb into the back. DPI managed to find Lee Jae-Gong, evening up a little bit. Pelican just now respawning. Will be desperately trying to make it back
Gargoyle
here with his team. DPI, however, popped out, taken down. Gargoyle under fire. Now going to be eliminated. Doesn't get to use that grab. The flip, or the cap rather, will finally come in for RunAway.
And it ends up being about the same time bank that WGS ends up with, just around 5 minutes, as they will go to B. They don't have the tools to go for a double cap here, and we will see Hisu swap well, to the Doomfist, I guess. I was going to say probably not to Zarya, because they would lose that 76. This is a still, actually I like this hero choice more than him trying to flex on D.Va, because this is a really good way to snowball a cap once they do finally finish that last 20% for QOQ.
And that sound barrier will help them out quite a bit. That Doomfist alive as they dive into the back. It's going to be a wrap around right-hand side. Hisu going low, gets picked off instantly. DPI comes up with the kill, now grabs him from Gargoyle. Sound barrier invested from RunAway. They might not come up with anything here.
Doesn't look like
now
it.
going to be taken down. QOQ still trying to hold on by a thread. They do play forward. Lee Jae-Gong manages to get Pelican. Gargoyle, however, 100 energy. Now going to get bashed up. Transcendence is up from Gangnam Chin. RunAway. They're still trying to make this fight happen. How they will be exiting.
And now as they exit, WGS Armament's going to feel really good about where their ults are at, because for a moment there, they were really far behind. Now they're going to have a chance. QOQ's grab becomes a lot less terrifying. And RunAway with no support ultimates, getting onto the point to even try to use that grab is not going to be easy. In fact, they're going to take a different approach here. They're going to come from the right side, already scouted.
Fire Strike coming through. Shui going to be chunked out down below half HP here at the moment as they try to top it back up very slowly. The rally nearly online, but Gangnam Jin, he takes a ton of damage. Yisu trying to disrupt, gets the rocket punch there, knocking Karayan up onto the high ground. Gangnam Jin will get picked off by DPI, which means the RunAway, they might not be able to engineer a victory in this fight. The Fire Strike to the
Fire
face,
Strike mid-air.
Into the air. Karayan takes him down again.
Oh, he's like, you're up here with me, and I'm gonna knock you down. That was insane. Fire Strike from the air to kill him while launched. Now they have nearly the big 6. They're already holding the armor, so it's almost as if you could say they have 7 ultimates when Pelican finishes this, because they're gonna have to go through the first armor packs, then they'll have the second. And WGS has this whole choke held. Gangnam Jin, because of his early death, still so far away from a trance. That's what they need to step onto this point. They don't even want to commit their ults until that point.
Not ready to go. No Diva to deny still.
Space Jam is something they could utilize to break through Yeonbong.
And there's still 2 support ultimates they have to worry about. Grab is going to be out. Yisu instantly gets dropped, and DPI finds a double with the bomb. Still 2.5 minutes, only 1 tick that RunAway needs, but they're this close. They're just qualifying forward to entering into the grand final to play against Element Mystic, but WGS is
They're holding firm. They're holding firm. They're not backing down. That was a little bit, unnecessary, I think, the self-destruct there, but it was safe. They still hold the support ultimates, and that is the part that RunAway is so frustrated about, because they need to make this grab, the the Space Jam as we call it, they need to make that work.
The shield's going to be raised, Karayan. I don't think he counts anything on the back of the Shatter. Still to be found from either side yet. Rallies out for both of these Brigs. Transcendence used. Shatter now out from back. Locks up a couple here on the bridge. Looking for the hits. That's going to be the grab coming through. Looking for that Meteor Strike.
Perfect sound barrier.
Sound barrier absolutely flawless from Mandu, but now Pelican taken down by the rocket punch. Karayan with the Fire Strike manages to find Mag.
They need to deal with him.
Hit. Karayan dangerously low. They will be able to finish him off. Lee Jae-Gong comes in with a kill. Uppercut into the air. Gargoyle going to be eliminated. This could be it right here. RunAway with 1.5 minutes remaining. Mag going to be swapping over onto the Hammer and trying to get back in time. But one after the other, WGS, as they try to hold them off, will get dropped. They will start ticking up. They're going to find it. And for the second time in a row, RunAway will be going forward into a grand final here at Season 3, where they will play against Element Mystic in Busan.
The 6-man roster, no subs, 7-0, dropping very few maps throughout the course of this season, just 3 of them. 1 map apiece in 3 series in regular season. They are able to go through playoffs without dropping a single map as well. 7-0 is the score that they will walk into the stage, the finals in Busan with. And not a lot has changed. Yes, we have new names here, we have new faces, but the coordination we saw from the old RunAway, the coordination we see here, it feels like a new generation. You still got Flowervin on stage with the players. The energy is high. The fans are showing up daily, and the numbers are growing. Feels like we've got more RunAway fans this season than we've ever had before. And it's a rare thing when an org loses all of its players, is able to come in with a new roster, a completely fresh one. There's no precedent for this in Korean or esports so far. Nothing that you could say, throw out the old one, we've got a new one, and then come in more dominant. By the way, more dominant than the RunAway roster we saw last season that was pushed to the brink by MVP Space in that round of 8. This is a flawless round of 8. And at the end of the day, the story where we meet, we finally get that coveted RunAway versus Element Mystic finals. Both teams going 6-0 in playoffs, a perfect record. You can't really ask for much better than that.
No, you cannot. What we were looking for back in Season 1, both of those teams couldn't make it forward into that grand final. They were both halted. But now they get to square off in Busan a week from today. 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time. So, I mean, I think one of the more satisfying things as well for these players is they got to do it in front of some of the old members of RunAway, these guys who they themselves as aspiring professionals had been watching since Overwatch kicked off in Korea in 2016. They get to play in front of the likes of Bumper and Hoxel who are here in the audience, get that victory and hold up their legacy and say, you know what, we are going to carry your torch forward. We are still going to find success. We are going to make sure that RunAway is one of the most dominant organizations in Korean Overwatch history.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, if they can do it, they'll be the only team since Lunatic High. They'll match that record. We'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah.